Welcome back to our channel, my wonderful friends. I am just bubbling over with excitement to share these new developments with you, so let us dive right into the heart of the drama together. I have been watching Jocelyn Jack so closely lately, and I just have to say how incredibly proud I am of the young woman she is becoming. We have all watched her grow up on our screens, navigating the complicated waters of her family's legacy, but right now, she is stepping into a league of her own. She is officially cementing her place as a successful agent for the WSB, and you can just see the fire in her eyes. However, the poor girl is currently stuck in a holding pattern. Jack Brennan is dragging his feet on giving her an official mission. And you know as well as I do that a restless Jocelyn is a force of nature waiting to be unleashed. She has that same undeniable grit and stubbornness that her mother Carly has always had, mixed with a sharp intelligence that makes her perfectly suited for the dangerous world of international espionage. I can feel her frustration building with every passing day she spends sidelined, and I just know she is going to take matters into her own hands very soon. Then, right in the middle of all this waiting, we get that fascinating interaction on August 20th between Jocelyn and Tristan Roberts. Oh my goodness, the sparks of mutual respect between those two were just leaping off the screen. Tristan actually looked at Jocelyn and acknowledged her as a rising star in the agency. Coming from someone with his extensive background, that is no small compliment. It gave me such a thrill to see Jocelyn getting the professional recognition she so deeply craves. But Tristan himself is such a deeply complicated man, bless his heart. He is a former field operative who has seen the absolute darkest sides of the world, and he eventually transitioned into being a WSB doctor. You can tell he is a man who just wants to heal people now, to step away from the shadows and the violence and simply live his own life on his own terms. But as we all know, the WSB is not the kind of organization that just lets you pack up and walk away without a backward glance. The tension in Tristan's recent conversations with Jack Brennan has been thick enough to cut with a knife. Brennan is still holding Tristan accountable, demanding reports and keeping him on a very tight, invisible leash. It breaks my heart a little to see Tristan trying so hard to break free, only to be constantly yanked back into the very world he is trying to escape. Yet, as a viewer, I am completely on the edge of my seat because this ongoing connection to the WSB is clearly planting the seeds for something massive. The writers are not just giving us these intense moments between Tristan, Jocelyn, and Brennan for no reason. They are building a foundation, stacking the dominoes one by one, and I am just waiting for the spectacular moment when they all come crashing down. What really has my mind spinning, though, is how all of this ties back to Britt Westbourne. Now, we all know Britt is not exactly the easiest person to get along with. She has a prickly exterior, she can be incredibly abrasive, and she has certainly rubbed both Jocelyn and Tristan the wrong way since the moment Tristan arrived in Port Charles. The friction between them has been palpable. But despite all of their past disagreements and the lingering bad blood, Jocelyn and Tristan are fundamentally good people with strong moral compasses. They may not invite Britt over for Sunday dinner, but they are absolutely not the kind of people who would stand by and let something terrible happen to her. And my friends, something truly terrible is brewing in the shadows. This brings me to the most heartbreaking part of our story right now, Anna Devane. I can hardly even find the words to express how much it hurts to watch this unfold. Anna has been a pillar of strength, a legendary hero, and a woman of such incredible grace for as long as I can remember. To see her mind unraveling like this is just devastating. She is suffering from severe psychological torment, hallucinating the ghost of Peter August. We all know the deep, dark trauma Peter inflicted on her and the entire town, and now his memory is acting like a poison in her mind, twisting her thoughts and driving her toward absolute madness. It is a brilliant piece of storytelling, but oh, it is so hard to watch a woman we love lose her grip on reality. Under the influence of these terrifying hallucinations, Anna is meticulously putting together a plot to eliminate Britt Westbourne. It sends absolute chills down my spine just thinking about it. Anna is not just having bad thoughts. She is taking calculated, terrifying actions. She is currently in the process of buying a remote, isolated piece of land from sunny Corinthos. She is insisting on keeping the sale completely off the books and strictly confidential. When I realized what that land was for, my heart dropped right into my stomach. A remote, hidden piece of land bought by a mentally unstable woman plotting a murder? She is buying a graveyard. She intends to kill Britt and bury her where no one will ever find her. The sheer horror of Anna Devane crossing that line is almost too much to bear. And then there is Sonny Corinthos, completely oblivious to the nightmare he is accidentally helping to facilitate. Sonny is so focused on his own massive life changes right now, he is working with Jason Morgan, trying to untangle himself from the criminal underworld, trying to become a better man for his family, and dealing with the high-stakes auction of Jen Sidwell's assets. He is just selling a piece of property, completely unaware that he is handing a mentally ill Anna the perfect location to commit a horrific crime. The irony of Sonny trying to step away from violence only to unknowingly provide the stage for it is just brilliant, classic soap opera storytelling. I find myself wanting to yell at the television, begging Sonny to look closer, to ask Anna why she needs that land so desperately. This is where my hope relies entirely on Jocelyn and Tristan. Their recent scenes with Anna were so incredibly telling. Even with Anna trying to hide her unraveling mind, you cannot easily fool two highly trained WSB operatives. Jocelyn and Tristan have that specialized training. Their instincts are sharp as a tack. They know how to read body language. They know how to spot inconsistencies. And I can just feel their internal alarms going off. They might not have all the puzzle pieces just yet, but they know something is terribly, terribly wrong with Anna. Their shared WSB background gives them a unique perspective, a shared language of observation that is going to be the key to unraveling Anna's deadly plan. I am absolutely convinced that we are hurtling toward one of the most dramatic, high-stakes rescue missions we have seen in years. Jocelyn is desperate for a mission, and Tristan is a man who ultimately cannot ignore his calling to save lives. They are going to figure out what Anna is planning. They're going to connect the dots between Anna's erratic behavior, her sudden real estate purchase from Sonny, and the danger looming over Britt. Even though Britt is not their favorite person in the world, their sense of duty and their fundamental humanity will force them to act. They will not wait for Jack Brennan's official approval. They are going to go rogue, and I am here for every single second of it. Imagine the sheer intensity of that impending confrontation. Picture Jocelyn and Tristan racing against the clock, speeding out to that remote, dark piece of land just as Anna is preparing to do the unthinkable. The emotional weight of that moment will be staggering. Jocelyn will finally get the chance to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that she is a top-tier agent capable of handling the most extreme life-or-death situations. This will be her defining moment. The trial by fire that transitions her from a rising star to a seasoned operative. I am already so proud of her, but watching her step up to save a life will be the ultimate validation of all her hard work. For Tristan, this rescue mission will be equally profound. It will force him to realize that while he may want to leave the WSB behind, his skills, his bravery, and his instinct to protect are a permanent part of who he is. Stepping back into the line of fire to save Britt will be a moment of deep redemption and acceptance for him. He cannot outrun his nature as a hero, no matter how hard he tries. And as for Britt, the realization that her life was saved by the two people she has clashed with the most will surely be a humbling and transformative experience for her. It might just change the entire dynamic between the three of them forever. But the most tragic fallout of this entire rescue will be Anna. When Jocelyn and Tristan stop her, the reality of what she almost did is going to come crashing down on her. The hallucinations of Peter August might finally shatter, leaving Anna to face the horrifying truth of her own actions. As a fan who has loved Anna for decades, I am already preparing myself for the tears. It is going to be a devastating, beautiful, and incredibly moving piece of television. The writers are weaving a masterpiece of suspense, trauma, and heroism right before our eyes. I am counting down the minutes until the next episode, holding my breath and praying that Jocelyn and Tristan make it in time. We are in for an unforgettable ride, my friends, and I am so glad we get to experience every thrilling, heartbreaking moment of it together.